Hey, you see me? No, no, because I'm John Cena.
uh, you really want to be him right now?
Um, no, never. I was never. I'm part of the Attitude Era, so John
Yeah.
Cena. Although I appreciate what he's done in WWE, was never really my cup of tea. I was usually ended up rooting for the bad guy because I found him so overly the top cheesy.
I mean, yeah. I remember he's pretty big, what, about 2010 or 11 maybe? Maybe a little bit before that was like when he was on his rise. I don't know. I remember a
I
bunch of
can't remember when it
soldiers
was.
being
I
into his
just I
bit.
remember watching his first match against Kurt Angle,
Mhm.
which was pretty good, and um then when he went the whole word life, thugonomics thing, and that I think started with like just doing rap battles with like Rikishi and
Yeah.
other people. Yeah, and then it just took off from there.
Yeah, it was a he's a weird character for certain. I'm ready to see Peacemaker though.
Yeah, and Suicide Squad,
Welcome to the
Starro,
show.
man.
Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. More on them in a bit. Look at that. I got the right song, the right video, all that good stuff this time around. Last time I had all the videos right this time. Last time it was just I was in the wrong folder. But yeah, no, I meant see him as pacemaker.
Oh, okay. Oh, pacemaker.
Peacemaker.
I did that last week too. So
Both. So yeah, that whole line about the beach being covered in dicks, he would eat them all for freedom. It's just the way he says it. It's just I look. He might not be everyone's favorite person right now, but it doesn't take away from what an actor is doing as a character on screen. That character on screen, 99% of the time I can separate the character from the actor and whatever they've done off screen. 99% of the time, we all know there's a few lines that either we each have or society has in general. That's like, no, you're done. I'm not even watching old stuff anymore. But anyways, man, it's Monday. People have been out and about. I know where I live, the theme parks were completely open to max capacity allowed. Um, each one's doing something a little different. It's not as high open as it was last year. There because of like employees and still doing certain things for health and safety. So, but there's no like real cap on anything. This was our first weekend with no statement mandated caps, and I'll say we took my son to a birthday party with one of his school friends. They played this awesome laser tag, dude. Not like regular laser tag. Like it's set up like there's a payload map where you got to like get a briefcase set up in a certain area and then defend it. There's capture point, and they got buttons on these briefcases or boxes that you push to change it to your color. And there's capture the flag element. They got a spawn point, so if you die, you got to go all the way back to your spawn point and wave your gun across the thing, and it respawns you. And dude, it was it was legit. I can't wait to put together a fun little video of him and his friends out there all Fortniting, and my son plays TF2, but trying to pretend they know what they're doing. How was your weekend, man?
it was busy, man. We went to the theaters and our newly renovated theater, which it's really funny to see how creative they're getting because they have like 40x, they have another screen that's 180, they have IMAX, they have like all these other features that you can't get at home. And you're starting to see that evolution of. I think that's where they're headed. Is kind of every movie that you're gonna go see in theaters is probably gonna have a little bit of a gimmick
Mm.
to kind of entice the person to see. Because we saw A Quiet Place 2 in 4DX,
Ooh.
which for The Quiet Place 2 wasn't great. It wasn't the greatest like thrill experience, but did make a lot. It did make it fun. There's moments because the chairs are very very well made and they move very very well. Even if you have a soda in your cup holder, like they hold up pretty well. But I mean, the room, if needed, it'll fill up with smoke. It will shoot water at you. It has like ticklers at your feet. It has like pokers behind your head. It has air elements, flashes. So when a gun goes off, you see the muzzle flash, like almost like coming right at your side. Really, really fun technology, and it's I'm excited that I finally got to see a movie in that because for me, like especially like an action flick, like if it's like a Fast and the Furious, that's the way to watch it. That's just fun.
Only 4D theaters I've been in, of course, are at like theme parks. So for like your
Uh,
Minions show or your
mhm.
Shrek show at Universal, that's it. I've often wondered, outside of specific things, how could you really uh uh use that in a regular movies setting in a efficient and an effective way? And the only one I could really think of course, is one, playing with temperature, two, minor air elements that you can hide the sound of the fucking compressors, because those things kind of give it away, and then rumble in the seats I could see. But things filling up with smoke and water, that's interesting.
Well,
And
every the cool thing is every seat has a on off button for the water.
ah.
So if you don't want the water, then don't. But uh other than that, like the seats move uh a lot more than I thought they would. They don't just rumble, they go and like if there's a moment, if the camera's panning back, even your seat sometimes will move back and then like it will go forward. Like it's done very very well. I expected it to be a little bit more cheesier than it actually was. That was fun. But
Interesting.
and also we went off-roading, so that was my girlfriend's sister has a Jeep, a very nice Jeep, and we took that bad boy up the mountains. Had a good time. America, dude.
Yeah.
And then
Oh.
probably my favorite thing, well, not favorite thing because it was everything was actually kind of fun, is I got to update my commander deck for Magic, and that thing is
Ooh.
a freaking like beast now. I got some fetch lands and updated it with a couple of the cards from the new set. And then when we played it a couple of times with a buddy of mine, I was like, oh my god, thing's nasty.
The
Oh, very good.
Strix Haven.
Yeah, Strixhaven. Yeah,
I haven't gotten a chance to dig into it too much, but yeah, um, that's kind of cool.
I didn't know you're
Um,
into Magic. That's cool.
yeah, uh, I'm not dragging the camera over there or showing my cat covered pajama pants, cat hair covered. No, my my pants are not covered in actual cats, man. Dude, box office is looking pretty nice these days. I'm not gonna lie, the um the amount of like movement that it's getting is so awesome. I'm completely excited about what's been going on. The rise is just meteoric. People are seeing movies. Um, let's see, what was the one that just Quiet Place 2 just came out, and it made 47 million over its weekend. I saw just up front. There it is, right there. Look at that. Quiet Place 2 first weekend is already the third top grossing 2021 film. I mean, and that's a horror movie that in general we probably still don't expect to do much over 100 if it reaches it. You know, that's usually in those 90s to 120, but this one had a lot of buzz, but it's still facing pandemic stuff. But I can easily see that pushing $100 million, dude.
Right, but you now have, it was holiday weekend, and then also you
That
have
too.
many states also lifting all types of regulations. I know that our local theaters have only been open for like 1 or 2 weeks, so
Mm-hmm.
some of these movies really didn't get a chance with what, and
It,
it's only gonna get bigger. It's only
Yep,
gonna get
that's what
better.
I'm
Yeah,
saying. You look at the fact that Godzilla versus Kong had similar. I think theirs was in the high 30s for opening. Let's see. What was their opening weekend? 48. Okay, so it was close. So yeah, if Godzilla versus Kong could make 98 with a 48 opening, this could easily break 100. And just looking at the chart as it's grown week by week, and then how quickly it filled out from the small numbers, it's just, man, I'm excited because it looks for real like movies are back, guys. The theaters are open, and all of you are going. Cruella brought in 21 million. Isn't that the top for Disney so far this year for something that's got a dual release? I believe it should be. Let me see here. Now I've got myself all lost in my tabs. Here we go. 2021. All right. So Raya has a total of 50. Corella's already at 21. Yeah. I would almost say that's a guarantee by 2 weeks from now. Cruella should be over Raya's 50. Would you agree? You're on mute, bud.
yeah, I think so. But I think what's hindering it is I know a lot of people actually did go in and do the premiere access, because
Mm-hmm.
I asked people, was like, oh yeah, I did see it, and it was, oh, we watched it on premiere. We watched it on premiere. We paid the 30. We all paid the 30 and got together. And I was like, no, go watch it in theaters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go out there. But
Exactly.
that's just me.
Yeah. That's I'm pretty excited. No, I was right. Godzilla versus Kong did 32 on its weekend. 47 for Quiet Place, man. Yeah. I feel confident. Look, we're going to end up getting some more Marvel stuff coming up. We've got Black Widow next month. Holy fuck, it's July.
I know,
Um
right?
or it's June now.
Now,
Next month
yeah.
is July. Um we're gonna get that. We're going to start getting some stuff from Book of Boba Fett. There's more other Marvel stuff going on after Black Widow. Loki's actually starting next week. Um, Content, man. Oh, it hasn't felt. I won't say that content necessarily felt dry last year because we still did get a lot of new stuff, but it was those big big things that we didn't get, and I think that's why, despite getting a whole bunch of new, anime, some new sitcoms, some new seasons of shows you are already into, because we didn't have a big Avengers or a big Star Wars, because we didn't have that, it feels like it was dry, but it really wasn't too bad.
No, if that's what you're looking for, then yeah, it was dry. But
Yeah.
there was still some great movies out there. And I still, I don't care if it was 100, all the theaters 100% open. I 100% disagree with Nick and thinking that Black Widow is gonna make over $1 billion. That is just ridiculous.
No, it's not a $1 billion movie. I do
Um,
think it's got a good shot, especially if Loki does well. If it's like really received well, I think Black Widow has the chance to be our first $100 million opening weekend for a film.
Um. Oh, yeah. I think we're gonna cross that before.
You think what's coming out between now and let's see here,
I might be
movie
wrong.
releases. Cuz what's coming out between now and then let's see, January, February, March. Oh my god, internet. Don't you know the delete dates we've already passed? All right. So in June, we have Conjuring, Samaritan, Spirit Untamed in the Heights, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, Peter Rabbit 2, Luca, but that one's also getting a Disney Plus. Fast 9. You're right. Fast 9
Yeah.
will break 100 million first. Yep. Yep. You're right. And then
And I wouldn't be surprised if In the Heights does very, very well because that's a Lin-Manuel Miranda project.
yeah,
And
but I don't know if it would do 100 million opening weekend.
it might.
Musicals aren't the
Because of the fact, the only reason I'm giving it a shot is because of the fact that it's a Lin-Manuel Miranda production, and
and
everybody loves Hamilton, right? I mean, I love
yeah,
Hamilton, so
I don't
that's
care.
that's the only
Musicals are
reason I give it.
garbage.
And also, I've got to see it, and I thought it was
Yeah.
it's just fun. It's a really good summer movie.
So yeah,
But
that's the one, because after that you've got July, which is Boss Baby, Forever Purge, and Tomorrow War. None of those I see getting. Well, Tomorrow War's an Amazon Prime thing, anyways. And then Black Widow. So yeah, Fast 9 will break 100 million. It'll be the first big return. Congratulations, Universal, on that one.
speaking of which, I got a couple of text messages where people were reading that Universal wants to do a crossover
Oh,
with Jurassic Park, and
oh.
one of my group chat with my friends, they're like, "Manny, can you confirm this? Like, what is going on over at Universal?" And then I just sent back it's just a picture of Toretto. It's like the only thing that could stop dinosaurs is family, because
Yeah.
that's what it is. But yeah, I was like, no. I was like, somebody said it would be fun. Nobody's saying that they're actually making a Jurassic Park Fast and the Furious crossover. And then I sat there and thought about it. Went, hmm, what if they are thinking about it? It's like what? Like I was like I wouldn't know whether to be excited or to be upset. I just it would be a really weird place to be in.
I really don't know. Um, look. In the comics, we've seen GI Joe and Transformers crossover. We've seen Ghostbusters and Transformers crossover, but that's comic books.
Yeah.
I won't lie. If GI Joe somehow did decent, right? Say Snake Eyes does well, and they just kind of do a soft reboot from there. From what they start with Snake Eyes, kind of like Bumblebee, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's what they're doing. I could theoretically see and potentially be okay if, again, done right, see a GI Joe Transformers crossover. But
Yeah, that translates better.
yeah, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, no. None of that with Joe or Transformers or Hasbro. Like, come on, guys. Did you not learn from Battleship? Not everything is gonna work on the
Yeah,
screen. Oh, that
there's a
was
whole
so
action. Like,
bad.
it's funny because I have Battleship with my daughter and I like playing it from time to time, and I
Mhm.
looked at it and I was like, "There's a whole action film based on this."
Yes, yes, yeah. With some what they thought would be major superstars, including a couple
Rihanna's in
singers,
there.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rihanna's in it. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And let's just say it wasn't necessarily the hit they thought it should have been or would have been, but um yeah. I don't know if I want to talk about this, man. have you heard about some of the controversy about Horizon Forbidden West and the main
Uh,
character,
no,
that
my niece plays that game.
that chick right there?
Yeah, no, my niece plays that game. I've never even had the slightest.
Okay. So, recently, State of Play from PlayStation, like their version of Nintendo Direct, where they show stuff off in a stream to, PlayStation stuff, showed off gameplay, like 14 minutes of gameplay of this amazing uh game. And in it, of course, it's said that it's captured on PS5. That's fine. I believe that. Um uh but it doesn't mean that the game is finished. At even a matter of months or weeks leading up to a release, changing a character model is relatively easy, because if that's the only thing you're changing, because that character model doesn't, you don't have to make 1,000 copies. Once it's made, it's like apply to all, basically, and all of the times that character model's there, those changes will apply. A prime example, uh Square Enix and had made Tifa Lockhart, the brawler from Final Fantasy VII, female brawler from Final Fantasy VII Remake. They had made her chest more anatomically sound and her wardrobe more designed for fighting, which meant it was a very tight athletic type undergarment versus something that allowed more movement, right? Well, some people had an issue with it. I didn't, because they don't look like anime characters in Remake, other than the hair. They look more real. So you would expect to tone down some of the anime stuff, and the idea of, well, she jumps around, punches, kicks, she's a brawler. What do you see the UFC fighters wearing? That makes sense to me. But Square Enix went ahead and gave her bigger boobs again. Whatever. I actually think it makes makes the character look worse in this case. Okay. The whole reason I'm bringing this up is there was some original controversy about the character of Aloy when she first came out, because her model was different, and or she ended up looking different than the model that she was based on. That's what I'm trying to say. And the studio actually talked about adding masculinity and toning down femininity, because they didn't want to Laura Croft. And some people were upset because they're like, well, how come, feminine women can't be badasses? Like, here you are trying to fucking white knight shit, and you get your ass kicked, and rightly so. Regardless, this is Aloy in the first game. She looks fine. Her face fits fine. There, I mean, I wouldn't. She's not like what a lot of people would be like, oh, that's a beautiful game girl, but she's not ugly or anything like that. However, we get to Forbidden West, and this scene in particular, Manny, is from a cut scene, and her face definitely has been fleshed out some. And people have frozen this image right here and are putting it up against images from the first game, like that, to try to show, oh, they've made her even uglier for this SJW movement or that SJW movement. And I automatically looked here, and I can already see some some AA issues, aliasing, aliasing. I can't fucking remember how to say it right. But the edges here aren't matched up right. I can see that there's some shadow issues and blacks bleeding in that don't quite match up. And then when you actually watch it finish playing and see her moving around, it doesn't look as bad. and this looks more like the type of jawline that you see here. And what I'm getting at is one, Gorilla. You know, hey, that might be a bug. Your lighting, your render, something there is possibly wrong. But to everyone else, I would say go in and watch the rest of the video, and that looks better, right?
I don't see anything wrong
You
with
can't
it.
see it at all? Has it not been sharing at all? Oh
No,
no.
yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. so sorry. But yeah, this has been such a big freaking deal for people for some reason. I'm not sure why, and all off of that one image that you see where her face looks, and he even here looks less big than it does when she gets closer. But yeah, absolutely ridiculous. And an easy fix. And then I will say this: there's a group of people out there defending the artistic change, like saying, "Hey, this is a good thing to make." And dude, I'm not lying. They themselves are using words like unattractive and less attractive and um not commonly found attractive. These are terms they're using and demanding representation for in video games via a character that has just aged 6 months between games.
Yeah, I think that's utterly ridiculous, man. And I mean, did it affect the gameplay at all?
No, I mean, even if they
Did it
did
affect your
give her
overall
the mumps, I
experience?
would still be playing it. It's an awesome game.
And it looks like if that's the only image really that they bring up, it looks like it's really a big nitpick. And I don't know, maybe you just need to get out of your mom's basement at that point.
Or like I said, you go through the rest of the video and you go, okay, I can see here lighting on the face looks better. Like I even pointed out, dude, there's black that's bleeding in with shadow. That definitely does not allow you to see the full curve of the structure of the face. And there's a certain person that I was talking to that we both know, and he was all like, "Oh no, this is just the way they did it." And I was like, "You don't understand. There's no reason to do that." He's like, "Well, get used to a face that you're not gonna like." It's like, dude, I don't know. What are you like just for this because of some people are against it because they made potentially well no actually, like I said, back in the day they said they purposefully made her less attractive, and I'm just like thinking about how many attractive ladies I knew in the army that could, you know, beat the living fuck out of every video game designer I've ever seen or met.
Yes, true, but at the same time, a lot of times in games in Hollywood, the way both male and females are portrayed
Mm-hmm.
is really as if they had the same kind of luxury items that we have now, where
Mm.
it's like she wouldn't be able to do
Oh
her,
yeah,
you know, her put makeup or hair like that,
yeah.
or she'd be, or she's in this type of environment, her hair would actually be this way.
Oh yeah.
So,
But
the
that's
fact that it's just that minor change, and it doesn't affect the gameplay. Like I'd understand if you change and maybe like an icon like Laura Croft, and all of a sudden she's. But I mean, they did change her a little bit throughout
they
the years.
did, and people
So,
complained about. I didn't care. I
but
thought
I
what they
mean,
did with her was fine.
you're always gonna get those two or three people who are gonna complain, and the rest of the world can just move on. And what are they gonna do? Not play the next game? You know they are.
Yeah, and again, I'll point out that people, it matters on angle, lighting, and final rendering. This is not finalized. This game is still in development. That's not the same face that you just saw with the mumps. That's what I keep saying, is that she caught the mump in that one particular angle. I say it's the mumps because that's what it looks like. It looks like these cheeks that have puffed up from goiters and inflammation from the mumps. But when you get into the actual gameplay, it doesn't matter. And like you said, you don't have makeup the way that we do today in this age. Do you recognize that, Manny? Oh shit, they're in San Francisco. Anyways, she's got, you know, matted hair and stuff like that because she's out fucking adventuring, questing and shit. She's not gonna have time to fucking take care of hair. So yeah, on that end, I'm with you 1,000% on. You don't want your Lara Croft, and hell, you don't even want your Drake, whatever the fuck his name is from Uncharted, looking like he's, you know, been able to neatly trim his facial hair and you know that I'm with you. My whole thing against these people white knighting, like I said, their words, not mine, representation for the less attractive. I'm like, I'm trying to hold both sides apart. The ones that are foaming at the mouth of "give me pretty girl," and I'm like, dude, there was nothing wrong with Aloy to begin with, but okay. And then the other group that are like, "give me chubby faced Aloy," and I'm like, well, why did she gain weight? Is she pregnant? Did she catch the mumps? You know, because if it's just all of a sudden we just saw this one image and we're latching onto it because fuck, we've got to fight about something. That's what it feels like, man.
Well, it's interesting because you think about some of these heroes, and they always say about, you know, body shaming because of the fact that they're so perfect. And now one question is always, well, if they're that, you know, they're that great at their craft, wouldn't they be fit?
Yeah.
And so it's just people feel very, very entitled,
Yeah.
and they feel like the world should revolve around them. And I don't know what it is about growing up lately that it's been all about me and not the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. And then also that it's okay that something doesn't fit your mold. It's
Yeah. You know, I want
okay
to.
not to like something.
Yeah, I want to take a word from our sponsor, and then I want to come right back to that. I got something hilarious to share. Well, semi hilarious to share with you guys. Hold on one second.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. For all of your cultivation needs, Grow Generation has the right products, service and staff to make your grow successful. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Please do check out our sponsors over at Grow Generation. I was perusing some stuff on anime. Go figure. Me doing that. When I came upon a post dealing with someone asking to not complain about their favorite anime right now. Legitimately asking people to not give their negative opinions on the forum because they like it. It took everything I had to be nice. I'm not gonna lie, because that type of mentality. Hey guys, I want to come here, and I'm not quoting anyone right now, but you know, hey guys, I want to come here and post my positive opinion about something, but I do not want to read anyone's negative opinion about those same things. Could you please help me out with that? No. I'm sorry, but why would you go into a forum on a topic? Let's say, you know, it's Dragon Ball Z and it's your favorite thing ever. I hate to tell you this, there's a lot of people that don't like Dragon Ball Z. and they're gonna shit on it. Or maybe you like GT. Everyone shits on GT. No one likes GT. But why would you think of going someplace and saying, "Hey, could we not make fun of my favorite thing?" Manny.
That is the catalyst for having more people make fun of it. Now at this point, people who aren't even going to make fun of it are going to make fun of it. I don't. If you're that sensitive, stay off the internet. Period.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No. That's 1,000% right. I mean, look. That's the thing is that you can totally. It only takes your brain a moment to realize that it's either A, seeing, or B, hearing something that you don't want to. And as soon as you recognize that, you are able to turn away, turn it off, change something, close your eyes. You can immediately shut down, in almost every case, what it is that you are seeing. So I'm not going to say where or who or anything, but this is what they said. A lot of people hate this show, and they're talking about Rent-A-Girlfriend, which is a beautiful dumpster fire of an anime. I love it. And keep saying it's bad and doesn't deserve a second season. But can you stop that? I would really appreciate it if you watch this video of why I think Rent-A-Girlfriend is really good. And I'm not saying you should change your opinion or anything, but can we just stop spreading the hate in this show? Me, personally, I find this really interesting. So I didn't really get bored about this show, not even once, unlike some romance out there that I lost interest in. What the... Oh, what did we, where, Al, where did we go wrong, Manny? What happened in society that you are literally looking for a place for you to exist where you never hear something you disagree with? This is fucking cartoons, man.
What happened was participation trophies happened. That's what happened. I know I sound super, but it's true, man. You when you're a kid, when you're a kid, you gotta learn how to deal with defeat. Learn how to lose. And that's really important, because yes, you want your child, you want everyone to always succeed and be at their best, and good for them when they do. But you also know how to take an L. Because in life, you're going to take a whole lot more L's than you're going to take W's.
1,000%.
And so I think that's part of it, is just over coddling of kids and the system of just continuously to push them forward despite them not being at the right level in school. Hell, yeah, and anytime there's an issue, there's somebody always that comes running that says that's not right, or that's not your fault, that's society's fault. When you just have to, I mean, it's just a part of it, part of life. Losing is part of life. And also, there's no such thing as a perfect show. We can nitpick about any show if we really wanted to.
Yes.
And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. And I just think it's ridiculous that people are looking for a place where they can continue to be fueled with their "I'm right and you're wrong" nonsense. Because that's what they're asking for, is don't talk about this in that light, because then I may be wrong and that makes me feel bad.
Yeah. Basically, it's almost like God, I hate to do this, but this is exactly what it's like. There used to be a certain group of people that were afraid if they hung out or were exposed to another certain group of people that somehow that person's behavior or thoughts or ideology would somehow magically infect their brain and make them that way. And that's kind of what this is like, it's like if I'm exposed to this, there's some sort of deep-seated fear that I might start thinking that way. I might, the glass might shatter and the illusion is gone that this was something that it's not. And oh my god, people, that's called maturing.
Yes.
That's what it is. I wrote a piece last week on the real Ghostbusters. Okay, cartoon came out right after the first movie. I jokingly say that it ruined the franchise, and in a way, if you were looking for more Ghostbusters, just the original Ghostbusters going forward, absolutely this cartoon and the toys and the huge influence the money from kids had definitely pushed Ghostbusters 2 in a more kid-friendly, kid-oriented direction. Ramis and Aykroyd have both been I don't want to say quoted, but it's been said that they originally had no intentions of a second one, and then we all know Murray says that what he was sold Ghostbusters 2 would be is not what it actually ended up being. And a lot of what you just said went into this. It's a show that I loved. It's not perfect by any means necessary. There are some good episodes, but while I love this, and I'm young enough that I loved Ghostbusters 2, when I do look at Ghostbusters 1, I could say, yeah, this GB1 is, there's a wall and there's nothing else that's like this. There's things that are similar, based off of, inspired by, but in a way you could say everything there is not Ghostbusters. But that's fine, because I still watch Ghostbusters 2. My son watches the real Ghostbusters. His favorite episode is one of J. Michael Straczynski's episodes that he wrote, the Xmas Marks the Spot. And when he discovered that episode, he had no idea who JMS was. He didn't know that's, one of my all-time favorite writers. But people wanted a very small group of people, and this was the great thing about this article. And if you guys want to check it out, it's over at lrmonline.com. The overwhelming majority of people that I shared it with in Ghostbuster groups, they got it. And they agreed. And we joked about, the titling or the Monty Python joke that I put in there. We talk about what we liked about Ghostbusters 2 or the real Ghostbusters versus what we didn't. It brought a conversation, but there were 3 or 4 people out of hundreds that just were assholes. Either A, didn't read the article, just read the headline or title, or B, don't understand context or humor. I don't know, but I was really impressed with the majority of people and their ability to see what I was doing, because you and I agree on that about Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then the other thing is, the same way you feel about Ghostbusters, I feel about DC properties over the years. It hasn't been fun, and just because I like the property doesn't mean I'm going to defend it. Hell, I remember enjoying Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and at a preview screening. And then as the credits rolled, thinking, "Oh my god, everyone's gonna hate this," or being in the theater watching Justice League, the Joss Whedon version, and during the credits, going, "I'm never watching this again." And you can be opinionated, but I think that you become so nearsighted, almost like you get blinders put on, and you're never going it happens right now with 2 groups, and that's the following of Snyder, and I call them Marvel zombies, who think that everything Marvel pulls out is fantastic and it's gold, and Feige is a damn genius, which is not true. There's quite a few duds in there.
Yeah.
And but you don't admit it because it's something that you quote unquote protect. The other person, by the way, I blame is Facebook's algorithm, where they keep showing you things that quote unquote make you right.
Yeah.
Because if you're posting about leftist ideology, then that's what you're gonna get. If you're right wing ideology, that's what you're gonna see on your feed, and it's gonna fuel your entitlement of I'm right. When in fact there's no, it's blocking almost being opinionated and being able to talk with the other side. And then that's why when there's confrontations or when things like that happen, like an article, you get assholes like that because they don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to handle a conversation. Because I don't mind if by the end of a conversation I'm like, you know what, I'm wrong, or you know what, that's a good point. You're still or walk away with both having differences of opinion. The conversation is almost the best part of it, just because two people who enjoy a property or don't, or passionate enough to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, because
Yeah.
if you don't like something so much that you want to talk about it all the time, you like it. Don't.
Yeah. Definitely. I can't tell you how many arguments have been the best conversations of my life with my friends over something we're both passionate about, but on the opposite side of. But we are so um, cognizant of what it is that we're arguing about, a game, a cartoon, something that's not real, first off, right? B, something that we have no financial return of investment on. Like there's no return for the money we spend on it. So hyping it up, defending it, like, so we can literally be like, no, dude, you're so fucking wrong. Like, you take your garbage fucking opinion and shove it up your like, we can be like that, and it's all in fun. But then you've got those people that legit are like, no, I'm gonna fuck you up and shove your hand up your, and you're just like, dude. So I'll wrap up the show with this great story from Afghanistan. Okay, guy is a killer. People that wore the masks. It was like a top 40 metal band that wore the masks. Slipknot fan. Okay, he was the world's biggest fucking Slipknot tattoos. Like, he brought his poster with him too, because we all bring little personal things from home when we go down range. He had a Slipknot poster and stuff like that. And, I like metal. I listen to things like Merciful Fate, King Diamond, Cannibal Corpse. I listen to Death Clock. Oh God, I still gotta introduce you to Metalocalypse. But Macabre's awesome murder metal there. Anyways, I made a joke. I said, yeah, man, Slipknot's about as metal as Miley Cyrus. This guy went, no, like, in my face, like, fuck you can't talk shit about Slipknot like that, I'll fuck you. I'm like, this is a soldier in the United States Army with a weapon, like, in his hands, and it's got a loaded magazine. It's not chambered, but, we do carry loaded weapons there, and we're like, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, my favorite band is Newfound Glory. Do you not think everyone makes fun of me? It's okay. It's all right to like Slipknot. Yeah, I love Newfound Glory, dude. I listen to, like I just mentioned, all those metal bands, all the way to like like real punk shit, like Rancid and Ramones and Anti-Flag. I love ska, so Less Than Jake and Operation Ivy Style, Desmond Decker. I'm into pretty much the entire rock umbrella. I'm into it, and then country and bluegrass is like traditional bluegrass and like 70s country. I can't do Garth and Reba. The whole, men sing about how they lost their wives for being terrible, and the women all seeing about how terrible the men are. I grew up with a good father figure, and I think I've been a decent husband and stuff, so I can't relate to that at all.
Those are good songs though, man.
What's that?
I could do. I can't do Reba. But I could do Garth. I could do Brooks and Dunn, Alan Jackson. Hey,
Yeah.
that's a good.
I see. I know all those people. Tracy Lawrence. My mom listened to all of that, so like I know them. I do like Black Hawk's "Love Like This." It's catchy little tune. So,
I will
but
say, same vein as you, but different outcome. You had a bad experience with the Slipknot story. We have a local watering hole here in Madera. It's called the Tap House, where a bunch of friends we go. We used to pre-pandemic almost weekly, because sometimes you just need a beer and you need to talk shit out, but we nerd out more than anything else. And what's so funny about it is that there was about 10 of us at the table, because they put tables together for us all the time, in the center of the bar, and we are almost literally split down the middle in a dumb debate between which is a worse movie, Iron Man 3 or Batman v Superman. And I mean, like, passionate arguments from both sides, like a debate team right here. And the bar is filled, right? And everyone's just like, what are they arguing about? And then once they catch it, you can just see people's faces, like once they catch a whim of what it is, they're like,
watch.
are you kidding me? Yeah, no, yeah, because they're so freaked out by the idea that we're just like like standing up, pointing fingers at each other and calling each other, every name in the book,
Yeah.
and not have a resolution by the end of it.
No.
The only other passionate argument like that's gone really bad in a good way was Goku versus Superman. And that one could have lasted for days.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's just the way it is, man. It's fun. It's okay to have difference of opinions. One of my best friends, he's a movie buff. He goes to more movies than I do. He used to. Now I'm gonna take that from him, because I watch so many more independent films as well. But I almost never agree with him, and that's one thing I love.
Yeah.
Because we can talk about differences of opinions, and then I'll tell him, I was like, well, you're wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're still friends.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't get a backbone, man. If you're gonna be over here asking for a thread where we're only gonna talk positive about something, just get out of here. I don't like that at all. That is,
yeah.
That's cringeworthy if an adult is asking for that.
Yeah. And if anyone out there tracks that person down, don't harass anyone. I just responded with a simple don't complain about others stating their opinions. If you like something, great. You're not forced to read or hear something you disagree with. As soon as your brain registers that the info being received is something you don't want, shut it down. And then I said something positive about the show, because like I said, I like the show, and I'm not gonna say it on the show because Christine might see, and there's some money involved in something. So, anyways, you guys can definitely catch us on lrmonline.com every day. That's where your all your entertainment news needs and opinions are at. If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you. Please hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell, so you can be notified when this show goes up, when the Marvel show goes up, the Star Wars show goes up, the anime show goes up, the new war movie show goes up. Do you get the point, ladies and gentlemen? We got a lot of fucking content for you, and on top of that, countless interviews with A-list celebrities, producers, writers, directors, creators, comic people, fucking everything. Manny, talk some stuff that you got going on.
Well, Jason and I today will be releasing two books for the Bounty Hunter event that's going on over at Marvel, and because the first issue drops tomorrow, so we wrapped up all the prequels. We also have, what else do we have? I'll be dropping some In the Heights interviews every now and then because I actually did quite a few. That's going to be a really fun movie. And then also we're going to gear you up for Us Again, which is a new Pixar short from Disney that's going to be dropping on Disney Plus. You probably already saw it if you saw Raya and the Last Dragon in theaters, I believe. I'm not sure if it came with the premiere access already, but don't think so. And then also I talked with the creators of a new book called Slow City Blues, and which actually it's a lot of fun. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. We just got through a kind of a group of giveaways. So anybody who's been following us on Twitter, thank you for that. And want us to keep doing giveaways, make sure you're following us on Twitter. And I'm always gonna make it real easy to win, because unlike Kyle, I want you to win. I don't want you to have to take out a calculator. I don't want you to have to bring up dates from 3 decades ago, add them, subtract them, just divide them by 0 and then add 1. You know, just and I don't want to have you do any of that. And so I believe everybody already dug their holes, and they all have character already.
No, not yet.
So, we're good. So just the only way you're disqualified is if you're a Dodger fan. So let's just say that.
All right, guys. Well, if you can't see the social media information on the video down below, hey, watch us on YouTube and subscribe there, and then you can see it. But if not, I'm at that Kyle Malone on Twitter. He's at LRM_Emmanuel on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Daily COG, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.